Okay, so because like the brand new like teaser trailer for the new Resident Evil movie that's coming in September, directed by Zach Kreger, the man who, the mastermind behind Weapons. I love Weapons and Barbarians. I love Barbarian, and he's going to be directing. I think he's also going to be directing, writing. I don't know about producing, but I think the screenplay slash the script is from him. But anyway, because of that, because the teaser trailer for Resident Evil came out and everyone was talking about it all over the internet, and so many reaction videos of that teaser, they were posted on YouTube, and I was like, okay, so it's been like, it feels like it's been ages since I talked about since I did a review for any of the Resident Evil video games. I think the last review I did for the Resident Evil was like Resident Evil 4, which was like the original one, not the this review is the remake. The original one, which was, oh, I don't even know how long it was. Like maybe 3 years. It feels like 3 years ago. Maybe like 2 to 3 years ago since I did, but it feels longer. It feels longer than that. Since I did a review for that. But yeah, because the trailer, and I did do a review for the movie Resident Evil: Welcome to Raccoon City, which was pretty dog shit. Which was pretty dog shit. I did like, the only thing I liked was that they used the actual characters, and there's no fucking stupid like Alice or Mila Jokovic character. The movie did focus on characters. Unfortunately, they just ruined the writing, and the directing was just all over the place, fucking messy and garbage, trash. Is what trash is what we got. But it's Zach, so I the man behind Weapons and Barbarian, so I have faith in Zach, the utmost faith. So I must continue. So which is why I must go back into the world of Resident Evil and keep making these reviews, because there's so much, and I have to survive watching Mila Jokovic's Resident Evil movies because I know they're complete garbage. I know they're complete garbage, but I have to get through them. It will be painful, all right, but I will manage. But anyway, yeah, so the 2023 remake. So this remake of Resident Evil 4 is just a fucking masterclass in revitalizing a classic. All right, like I remember when this game launched, when it came out, dude. Like it was incredible. I was one of the people. I was one of the people. Like I immediately, when this game like was officially released to the public, when it was out, I like hopped on board immediately and I started playing it, and I had so much fun. So far, I played this remake from start to finish twice. So this one came out. So the very first time I played this game was when it came out, which was like 2023. This game came out in 2023, so that's when it came out, and I remember so many people, like I don't know about men, but a lot of women were cosplaying and dressing up as Ashley from this remake. Like they were dressed up as, like their outfits and their costumes looked a lot like the remake design rather than the original Ashley design in the original one, the original game, which is crazy. Like that's how big this remake is. And yeah, like this game won, it was nominated for the Golden Joystick Award for Ultimate Game of the Year, and the Game Award for Game of the Year. It had sold over 10 million copies by April 2025, making it the fastest selling Resident Evil game, which is crazy, until being surpassed by Resident Evil Requiem, which I will get to that. All right. Don't worry about that. So I love how Capcom like successfully preserved the DNA of the original game while modernizing the mechanics to meet modern AAA, AAA standards. So let's break it all down, shall we? So the highs are the pros. Is the modernized combat. The biggest win is the new parry system, which allows Leon to stagger enemies with his knife. It is immensely satisfying. It is a very immensely satisfying, fluid movement, is what it brought. I can also note that Leon can now move and shoot simultaneously, and the visual overall, I mean, this game is built on the RE engine. The game features stunning, hyper detailed visuals that lean harder into the horror aesthetic than the original's action heavy tone. And Ashley Graham 2.0, the escort missions, historically a point of frustration, were extensively improved. Ashley no longer has a health bar and behaves more like a partner than a damsel in distress, which is one of my issues with the original one. I'm like, come on, man! Like she's such a damsel. I don't care if you love the original, like the original Resident Evil 4 game, all right? But like Ashley was, it was such a pain in the ass for me having to save Ashley, who's always being a damsel in the original one, and this one, yes, like she no longer has a health bar, and she doesn't feel like a damsel in this remake. She feels like a partner, like a supporting character, like a person to that helps and supports Leon to escape this fucking like this town, this town or village or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, like, and there's also some expanded content, new side quests from the merchant, and the separate Rays DLC, or where featuring Ada Wong, provide significant replay value and deeper lore. Um, I do have three issues with this one. There are some technical hiccups. I mean, there were some frame rate drops on the PS5, and some texture popping in expansive boss arenas. The difficulty spikes is another one. The game can be punishing. I will mention that once you lower the difficulty to assisted during a rough patch, you cannot raise it back up for that playthrough. Just letting you know, all right, about that. And also resource management. While part of the genre, some it felt like a bullet sponge nature of certain enemies led to frustrating ammo scarcity. All right. So my final verdict is that this remake, Resident Evil 4, this 2023 remake, is definitely like the definitive way to experience Leon's journey. It avoids the pitfalls of previous enemies of previous remakes, like the very shortened RE3, by offering a lengthy, content-rich campaign that respects the source material while daring to innovate. If I were you, I'd play it if you love survival horror, tactical combat, or a fan of the original looking for a fresh challenge. But you should skip it if you prefer purely narrative driven games with no resource management or find high tension panic gameplay stressful. So just to let you guys know about that when you're considering about should I play this remake or not. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for Resident Evil 4. This remake, it is great. I love it. I personally love it. It's great. It's amazing. There are some creepy moments. My hands. You know, the thing about like horror video games is that it's more intense. It's more intense than watching a scary like horror movie. Like video games are much more terrifying than movies. Like horror games are more terrifying than horror movies because you are because you physically have the controller in your hands, and you're like navigating through this world, through this game, through the eyes of whoever you're playing as. And the game is loaded with some creepy atmosphere, and a very haunting score, like the music, and a bunch of fucking jump scares here and there and like everywhere. And it makes my hand sweat and shake. I'm like, I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for this. Just to let you guys know about that. So yeah, thank you so much everyone for taking time listening to my review, my thoughts on the Resident Evil 4 remake. Please like and subscribe. Definitely subscribe because that will help me and my YouTube channel out a lot. Thanks everyone, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.